Hey guys, welcome to another episode on the Nate SRT YouTube channel. So today I'm going to test out my new microphone setup. Hopefully get a better catch on the exhaust sound. And I figure let's talk about why you should think about selling your car private party if you're thinking about selling your car, and how that netted me like several $1,000s more than trade-in. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. If you've been enjoying these videos, please click that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment and subscribe to watch more stuff. Thanks. Alright, so let's get right into it. So, I'm sure everyone's heard that you can make more money selling your car private party than what the dealer will offer you. But how much is it? Obviously it's a lot more hassle. You have to list it yourself. You have to field people that are going to come to your house to test drive the car. You got to answer a bunch of questions, and then you actually have to do the sale. So I'll kind of take you through my process and why I did this in the first place, and hopefully it gives you some tips on how you could do this yourself. So a while back, actually for this car, before this car I had an Audi S5, and I needed to sell it to make room for the Hellcat. So I went to a bunch of dealerships to kind of try and see what would be the price that I could get for trade-in, just to estimate, okay, how much is it going to be if I traded this in on the Cat. And at that time, the best I got as a trade-in offer, and I took it to a bunch of places, CarMax, dealers, Audi dealership, everything. Best offer I got was around $36,000, and I had a little bit more I owed on the car to pay. I think I owed like 40 grand on the car. That was what the note was. Hold on, we're going to do an on-ramp pull here. So with the new sound setup. I hope that sounded pretty sweet. We'll see. So yeah, so they offered me 36. I owed 40. I was like, man, it's kind of a spread. I didn't really want to put that 4K in, so I looked at private party. So private party value on the car, and this is Kelley Blue Book, right? Keep in mind, was like around, I think 44 was the private party value. So like $8,000 more than what I was getting on a trade-in. So I thought, okay, what the hell, let's try. Let's list this up private party, and kind of see where we go from there. Now, another option I did explore was consignment. So if none of you are familiar with what consignment is, consignment basically is where you give your car to a dealer and they will sell the car for you off their lot as if it was their own car. But then they'll take a percentage or a fee for the consignment. The benefit of consignment, I guess, if you can get it to work, you need to find a dealer that's willing to do a consignment. But if you can get it to work, the benefit would be that they may be able to sell it for more than you could even private party. Because again, there's a lot of conveniences that come with selling a car in a dealership. The buyer can get financing right there. They don't have to worry about going to their own bank and worry about, okay, how do they finance it? What if you have a payoff? The dealer can kind of handle all of that. It's a trusted relationship, typically more than a private party, again, depending on the dealer. But, I think most people are more comfortable buying a car from a dealer than they are from just, some Joe Schmo off the street. And yeah, it's easy for you then. You don't really have to worry about going through all that paperwork. Like they have to get the plate and all that stuff. So anyways, I looked at consignment, didn't seem like it was going to work out. I figured, let me try private party before I kind of exhaust that option. And so I did. I listed my car on eBay. I made up a nice ad, just kind of tout all the options you have, all the extras, everything, kind of what the car cost when it was new, all of that stuff to give a prospective buyer kind of the information they needed. And I listed it. And I tried a few options on eBay. I listed it With best offer, I listed it with just, the auction style, but a reserve. And we're gonna do another pull here. I know I'm pull crazy today. I don't think we're gonna get too far. There's a car already up front, in front of us. That's the quick pull, mini pull. So yeah, listed on eBay, tried it. The first time I put it there was just low ball offers coming in left and right. You're gonna get a lot of that on eBay. But yeah, I just kind of listed it again. So I think probably the third time I listed it, I had a guy that he was really interested in the car. He reached out to me. He called an inspection company to come take a look at the car. The inspection company came, looked at the car, saw everything was fine, and so he was pretty happy with the car. And so I ended up selling him that car for, we finished the deal at 43.5. So I mean, you can think about that, right? So let's say if I had sold it to the dealership 36, if I sold it to him 43.5, that's $7,500 more in my pocket than I would have gotten if I went the dealership route. Now I had to pay the car. Now, just to make the transaction easier, I had to pay the car off, get the title, and so I could transfer the title to him when he showed up. But I mean, you could also maybe work something out with the prospective buyer where they pay off the car and then you get the title. It's a little bit more risky for a prospective buyer, so if you can pay off the car, try and do that so you can get the title in hand. I know it's not an option for a lot of people, but I think it gives the buyer a little bit more confidence. But yeah, so okay, on that $7,500, that's not the whole picture though, right? So in Florida here, you get a sales tax offset. So let's say, I think this is kind of crappy that they only do this when you trade in a car to dealership. But if you trade in a car to dealership, so let's say dealerships gives you $36,000 for your car, new cars, let's say it costs $40,000, you're only going to pay sales tax on that $4,000, the difference, not on the whole $40,000, right? So that could be a significant savings. So let's take 6%. It's a little bit more than 6%, depending on where you live, which county, but 6% on $40,000, that's $2,400, right? So you saved $2,400. So let's say worst case, I saved, well, not $2,400, sorry, because you save sales tax on the $36,000. So 6% of $36,000. So you save that 6% on the $36,000, somewhere around $2,000, a little bit more than that. And so yeah, so let's say in my scenario, $7,500 minus $2,000, still $5,500 in your pocket. That's not chump change. So totally would recommend going that route. What was the actual transaction process like? So I've done this twice now. So basically what I do is I have the car for sale, prospective buyer wants to buy it. Make sure I get a cashier's check from them. We go to the bank, deposit the cashier's check. Don't do any of these things where someone's going to say, I'll send you a cashier's check in the mail and you deposit it and I'll come pick up the car. That's a scam. Apparently they can fake cashier's checks. So if you're doing something like this, make sure you're doing it in person. Make sure you're going to the bank. They're checking the cashier's check. Even that's not 100% foolproof, but I feel like it's less likely that a scammer is going to show up in person to do this kind of transaction. So the other thing I did was I got, so I get the cashier's check, go to the bank, it's done. I'll sign the title over right away. And then I recommend you go with the buyer to the tag agency. The advantage of this is that your plate's still going to be on the car at this point, so they don't have to drive around without a plate, so they don't get pulled over. You go to the tag agency with your plate on the car with them. They apply for a new plate right away. Then you just take your old plate and go on your merry way. They've got a new plate, and you know the title's been transferred. The tag has been transferred at that point. So you don't have to worry about anything coming back to bite you, like, I don't know, like a sun pass or a ticket violation or something like that, or God forbid they do something with the car that's illegal. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So I would recommend going through that step. And then that's it. I mean, you're covered, they're covered, they got a car, you got the cash, and then that's it. You're good to go. I think you'll be surprised at kind of, you know, the amount of money that you can put in your pocket by doing that. It takes a little bit extra work, but hey, how many hours or how much time is going to take you to earn $5,000, right, or $7,000? It's probably going to take you a little bit of time, so it might be worth the effort. The other thing I did notice, one last thing I'll end on, is back when I did this with the Audi a while ago with eBay, eBay's listing fees were not really there. Like, you only had to pay if the car sold, and it was like $125 or something if the car sold, which, you know, I thought that was pretty reasonable. What I noticed this time around is what eBay does is they actually charge you to list the car, so even if it doesn't sell. So I, you know, stupidly, without reading the changes to eBay, I listed the car just a few times to see if, all right, give me a second, I'm getting on the highway here. So yeah, I had listed the car on eBay like a few times, and I noticed an invoice, $95 each time you list on eBay. So even if it doesn't sell, and typically when you're selling a car private party, you're gonna be tweaking some things, tweaking the price, this and that. I had to do that when I listed the Subaru STI, and man, $95 each time. So I called eBay because I wasn't aware of that, and they were actually pretty generous in reversing those charges. But what I ended up doing was I actually ended up, because I was going to pay $95 forever to list that car, I ended up listing it on Craigslist, which is $5, and that's where I got my final bite. The guy called me off the ad in Craigslist, and we did the deal. Car Guru is also another good site, $5. So I think until eBay changes their listing fee policy, I personally would not look at that as a great place, at least economically, to list your car for sale. I guess unless you're a dealer and you have some kind of, you know, package promo with them. So yeah, that's it. That's Nate's nuggets of knowledge for this time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please smash that like button so the YouTube algorithm picks up my vids. If you want to see more cool stuff, click subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks guys, bye.